Hello and welcome to another Demon 212 XBL review. Today I'm going to be taking a look at Super Meat Boy, which if you've never played it before, then you probably haven't ripped your own hair out. Basically, it's just that type of game where it's made for people who like hard games, which is why I bought it. And it's just one of those. I don't really know what type of genre it would be. Probably action or platform or something like that. Anyway, I'll just show you. Help and options, there's pretty much no point to it. You can view your controls, the settings, just change the volume, and that's pretty much it. You can view your achievements, you can view your statistics, your saved replays, leaderboards, or just start the game. So, I'm going to go into the first world here, which I've still not managed to complete 100% because it's just that damned hard. And that's basically what the whole point of the game is. It's got over 300 levels, it's got quite a bit of humour into it, it's got a load of secret stuff and characters to unlock, and the characters have different abilities, and, well, I'll just show a couple of them off, and you'll know by a couple of levels, really, if it's the type of game that you're into. So, one of the things you can do is once you beat a level, you get a ranking on it, and if you get the top ranking, the A ranking, the A+, you can play it in Dark World, and Dark World drastically changes how the level goes. There's also bandages that you can collect in levels, and basically bandages are what you have to collect in order to unlock characters, and then there's the secret warp worlds, which totally change things up. There's also some bosses. However, when I show you a boss, you tell me if you think it's a boss, because I certainly don't think it is. So anyway, this is level 1-1, and it's just daft, really. It's the type of thing that, well, if anyone manages to die on this, then you quite clearly aren't trying to beat the level, because really the only way to die is to jump off the edge. So you've got a timer in the top left corner, and that timer is how you get your ranking. You've got to beat the level in a certain time to get the A+. Once you beat the level, you can replay it if you missed a bandage, because you have to collect the bandage and beat the level. You can't just do one or the other. And in the warp worlds, where you've got certain lives and certain amounts of levels to do, you've got to beat all of the levels in order to keep any bandages that you collected. As you also might have noticed on the replays here, it shows you every time that you've done it. So if you've died about 100 times on a level, you'll certainly know it by the amount of Meat Boys on the screen. Because the whole point of the story is Meat Boy is the hero, Bandage Girl is his girlfriend, and Dr. Fetus is the guy who's really pissed off and wants to, well, kidnap Bandage Girl to make Meat Boy pay because he hates Meat Boy. So it's just one of those. The game is full of daft little humour, full of loads of retro things. I mean, the cutscene going into the world, if you didn't recognise it, then when I tell you, you'll probably slap yourself, but it was the opening to Street Fighter 2. It's just one of those things. There is tons of retro humour into it, and if you're a long-time gamer, you'll love everything about the game. Other than the fact that it's not original, because I'll be honest, the game's great, I do like it, I'm glad I bought it, however I'm glad I got it for 800 points at the launch sale, and that's because it's not original. I've played so many millions of games like this on freeware, on the PC, I've played them on other consoles, and that's the only downside to the game. It's a great game, it does what it does fantastically, but it's probably not the best game of this kind. I've played harder games, and I've played better games, and I've played better and harder games of the genre. So it's a decent game, it's more than good enough. I'd rate it highly, and I'd definitely say that if you like it, go out and buy it. For what you're getting and what you're paying, it's a steal. But as I say it, it's not original, so if you've played millions of them, think before you buy it, because you might need to, well, think about simply, is it worth getting yet another one? So, I've played a couple of the early levels. Now I've gone on Dark World to show you just how much they differ. I am playing them in the same order, one probably about 5 I'll just show, and you've probably noticed already just how drastic levels 1 and 2 are, and it just gets worse from there on. Dark World is definitely the way to ramp the difficulty up. It's one of those, it's worth going for the A+ rank on Light World just to experience how hard Dark World can get. Anyway, sorry for shutting up there, that kind of required concentration, and thinking about it, it's probably a good time to shut up and let you listen to the music, because it is fantastic. Graphically, the game's fantastic, pretty much everything about it in that respect is fantastic. So then, on to one of these warp zones. From the music to a warp zone, and quite frankly, again, this is one of them that's most recognisable. If you haven't got it by now, it's the original Game Boy, and it's all the levels are done in that style. I've basically got to do 3 levels here. I get 3 lives per level, and if I get a level 3 and die, I have to do them all over again, and it's just a case of working out what to do, and, well, same as all the other stuff, they're just on a, well, different graphic style and smaller plane. Also, sometimes you're forced to play as a certain character, which I will actually now show off a couple of the characters, to be fair. Right then, on some levels, I might as well explain the switching character. Some levels you just can't do it at all, but on a lot of levels you can switch at any time. However, it's worth remembering that the timer doesn't stop when you pause the game to switch character, so if you're going for a good time, as soon as you change character, make sure you die, otherwise, obviously, your timer's gone up with that. So, as you might have noticed, this character here can float. I'm probably going to have to go into a different level to really show off another one, however my brother will kill me, so I'll just do it on this one. I will show off the Gish character, and he's basically stickier. That's pretty much all that can really be said. He sticks to walls better if you set it up right, like that. So, there we go then, onto a boss now, and that's pretty much all I've got left to show. So here we go, this is the boss, and you may be thinking, oh my god, how the hell do you kill him? Do you jump at him a certain way? Do you find some way to attack him? Do you use the chainsaws that are in front of you? No, the answer is you run. Basically, this is a level where instead of a timer being, well, counting up and you get ranked at the end for how fast you do it, you've technically got no timer, but you do, because if you don't get to the end of the level, then the boss will kill you. And that's all it is, you run at the end of the level. So, see what I mean when I say it's not exactly the type of thing I'd call a boss. Don't know if it's the type of thing you'd call a boss. Don't get me wrong there, you can quite clearly tell that the levels are different, and the music changes as well, and everything about it's excellent. But the whole point is, you just get to the end of the level like the others. So, it feels like a bit of a rip-off as far as I'm concerned. So there we go then, that's been the review. I hope you've enjoyed it, or at least found it helpful. You might have noticed I didn't score the game. Well, that's because it's a matter of personal opinion, and yours may very well differ from my own. I'm just here to show you a bit about the game. If you like it or not, well, that's up to you. If you don't like it, or you do like it, feel free to comment. Also, if I haven't answered any of your questions that you may have had, I might have forgot something, or it might just be something obscure. Again, feel free to comment, ask, always willing to help out. Otherwise, if you don't like commenting on YouTube, head over to www.vc-forums.com, where you can chat with me and a bunch of other lads who love the VC, the WiiWare, and hell, even a lot of other systems. We cater to pretty much everything. You can just go there, have a chat about a game, ask about some games, etc. So until next time, this has been Demon212, signing off.